GM. Yes. Hi, everybody. It's awesome to see you guys here for Nouns on the Air with Aubtoshi. We are on episode 13, which is amazing. We've been coming to you guys live every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. We love going live and talking about all things Nounish, all things about people, places, and things. You know, that's what it means to be Nounish in this industry. We talk about NFTs, crypto, DAOs. There's a lot of information that we cover here in the stream itself too. So I hope you guys are having an amazing day, morning, afternoon, night, depending on where you are in the world. And hey, we're happy to have you guys here. And I am just sort of getting ready. Oh, GM to everybody in the chat. We are live on Twitter, on TikTok. Over here is the TikTok phone that you guys all know. I would encourage everybody on the TikTok stream to come over to the actual live chat. My favorite place to view would probably be YouTube. I really appreciate you guys following this journey with Nouns on the Air and with me. We've had awesome things that we've covered, and seeing the subscribers kind of go up, even a few at a time on YouTube has been really exciting and inspiring. Thank you guys so much for helping me grow this account. I feel like we offer a whole different, unique perspective into this industry. If you guys know about me at all, I am just passionate about community building. I'm passionate about specific projects that I've founded in this industry, and that includes NounsDAO. So again, it is awesome to see you guys here. Robert Edwards, GM. Awesome to have you guys here in the chat. I do always start by talking about Nouns, the main sponsor of this show, but I do want to also say hi to and go over to our in-studio guest.
He said brother.
Cheffo NFT. GM, how are you today?
Doing great, thank you. How are you, Aubtoshi?
I'm great. We, we're not exactly matching, but my hat does match your shirt. This seems to be a theme that happens here.
I came unwrinkled, and the couch makes me look fat, but...
No, it doesn't.
GM, Aubtoshi.
GM. As you guys know, we're always rocking awesome NFT merch here. I get it from all the different events that I go to. If you ever run into me and throw me a shirt, more likely than not, I'm going to be wearing it during the live stream. I got my awesome Five Oceans Nouns shirt from NFT NYC. They did an incredible activation with a bunch of sailboats going around the harbor in New York. Yes, I know. So we have Lady Liberty here wearing the noggles. And then I'm obviously rocking a pinata hat. I will wear this thing out into the world, and people think that it has something to do with Fortnite. So I'm kind of fine with that too. But love a dad hat, love any NFT merch. And like I said, the NFT merch that I kind of rock the most is definitely Nouns merch. People in the community have made so many cool shirts and things that it's just, I could wear something different on the show every single time too. So it's awesome to see. How are you feeling today, Cheffo?
Very good, very good. Ready for a couple days of podcasting. Like you were saying, it's always something it's different than the days when you're not podcasting. And I really enjoy it.
Me too.
I think that you're doing great. I think it looks great. And
thank you.
Since the last time we were here, I don't know how many props have come on to NounsDAO, but quite a few.
Oh my gosh, I know.
There's always something going on.
We're going to dive into all of that today. Thank you again to everybody who watches the stream. The really cool thing about this and the programs that we're using is that it will just show up on both of my Twitter accounts, Aubtoshi_NFT and OTGWTF. So even if you're just watching it kind of there in the feed, that's really exciting to me. It really gives me an opportunity to check in and say hi and GM to everybody in the Twitter community, which is probably my main sort of base right now. I do also really love TikTok. I'm kind of growing my base over there as well. And it's really fun to kind of do this cross-platform. It's the only way to get brand new eyes on things, to introduce new people here, to check in with the people who have been here for a while. And I just, I agree, Cheffo. I really look forward to these streaming days.
Not to mention everything else going on in the big world.
Not to mention all of it. Yeah, we probably will mention all of that as well too. But again, it's Thursday where we are It's sort of, we're just kind of in the morning, about to hit afternoon, just taking that nice
This is a
second
good
to
time.
reflect.
This is a good time for you. You seem to vibe with this time, Aubtoshi.
I do, and I realize that not a lot of people are on this time zone. I would love
There's
to hear.
a lot of people on this time zone.
I'd love to hear in the chat like where you guys are from. I'm on Discords all day, and like the Australian community I know is like on a complete opposite time. But hopefully through these live streams, if you can't make them or watch them in real time, they're all there on my YouTube channel. OTG WTF. You guys can come back and watch episodes at any time. I would recommend that for sure. Okay, so we are here today because
what are we doing today?
NounsDAO. Well, I do want to shout out Nouns. We'll talk about them a lot today because there's really cool new proposals up. But before we talk about proposals, you guys have to know what NounsDAO is.
WTF, Aubtoshi.
WTF. Okay, so Nouns. Thank you so much. This entire live stream,
I'll be
my
right
main
back.
sponsor is, oh wait, let me take you off this thing too. My main sponsor is NounsDAO. Let me just mute that mic over there. NounsDAO is the premier DAO in the space, in my opinion. I think they're really showing us what it means to be a DAO, to be a decentralized community, and what it kind of takes to fund builders and artists within the ecosystem. The really beautiful thing about Nouns is there's one auction that happens every single day, forever. It's on the blockchain. All of the art from these auctions is on chain as well. And then all of the funds from each daily auction go into one treasury, and builders and proposers and holders can access that treasury to fund projects that they are inspired by or things that they want to propose through a majority vote. So you can put a proposal directly online. That's what I had done a few times, actually. I am excited to say that I am a thrice funded on-chain NounsDAO prop builder. I love this community. I love building within Nouns, and it's like talking about my specific prop, I feel like is good for anyone who's interested in potentially putting in a prop or working with Nouns, because my particular story really follows this kind of like funding track within Nouns. I have been involved in the community for about a year and a few months now. And I started with Prop House. And so I know that there's a lot of new language sometimes for individuals who aren't so familiar with this community. I would just encourage you, please, in chat, if I'm maybe saying something or covering something a little bit too fast, don't be afraid to let me know. Just say, hey, what the heck does that word mean? But I think the basis of what you guys should be able to grasp onto is there's an auction every single day for Nouns. They put all of this money into a treasury, and then together the DAO then votes on what that treasury funds. And so I very much encourage people to take their own talents, things that they're interested in, things that, you know, are really huge drivers for you personally, and then apply that to Nouns. Things that I really, really like, and you'll hear me talk about often, are more like guerrilla marketing style initiatives to get brand new people involved, community building to, you know, make people who are already involved feel like they're part of the community, and overall just kind of spreading the message about Nouns. Everybody, I feel like on sort of NFT crypto Twitter by now has heard about Nouns once. Like they just must have. But I love and know that there's always brand new eyes on everything too. So again, this is a very open place where you can ask questions about Nouns in the chat. We are live with you for this reason, and I think our studio person is back. So let me just unmute them and get them back on this window capture screen.
GM again, Aubtoshi.
Oh, you did a little outfit change.
Yeah, I had to do an outfit change. I put on my Nouns t-shirt. It was really bugging me. I don't know.
Okay, but now we really actually match. This is a problem.
We do,
or maybe it's not a problem.
We do not match. We are similar.
We literally look exactly alike. Often. Okay. Well, hey.
There might be a reason for that.
We're so matchy. I'm loving it. Okay, let's go over to...
But I'm ready now, and I apologize for any distraction, wardrobe change taken care of.
I think that
Let's do this, Aubtoshi.
that was a good break to do. Shout out to Joseph. I know that that's the shirt that you're rocking right now. I also have that. One of my favorite shirts. It has like 9 different nouns on it. It's so cool. I love what you guys do in the nouns community as far as merch goes.
We were just having some merch conversations before we got on here. I can't really give any alpha, but some cool conversations.
I love that. Merch alpha is what we're all into.
Wow, look at that noun.
Yes, and so, we were talking about that daily auction that happens. This is the front page of the Nouns website right now, nouns.wtf, if you want to just go and check it out for yourself.
Is that a party factory?
This is like a dark fact. This
that's
is
like
really aesthetically nice.
That's like a rave location.
And I love, so the particular noggles, that's the glasses that you see on each of these nouns. I love the RGB ones. They're like these little party nogs. I just think that they look so great. There's also Nouns Vision. If you guys see me posting pictures of myself in noggles, like the sunglasses ones, Nouns Vision, they had a special Founders Edition that were the RGB noggles. I got to freaking wear a pair during our Rose Parade activation while we were dancing around and being judged around the parade. They are by far, in my opinion, like the coolest ones. And I absolutely have to get my hands on one of these one day, but I'm not a founder, but maybe we can see if we can like lease them out for people who are out there and proliferating and stuff too. Hi to Andrea, GM in the chat. It's awesome to have you here.
Let's go.
Thanks for tuning in. Okay, so we did talk about this auction, nouns.wtf. If you go there right now, you can follow along if you want, or just have us on in the background. It's totally cool, but we will be doing a lot on this site today because we're going to start talking about some of these proposals that have kind of come in over this last week since we've live streamed the last time. So this auction is happening right now. It ends in 4 hours and 20 minutes. That's hilarious. So get your bids in there. If you have been watching Nouns for a while now too, I do not recognize this wallet address with the current top bid of 25.5 ETH. Very best of luck to all of you guys out there bidding on these nouns. As you can see, let me just go back in time a little bit.
I definitely think noun holders,
oh wow, look at that one.
I think they bid sometimes with the non-wallets so they don't have to like give up like alpha on who's buying it. Because I think that could like, if somebody saw this person bidding, they're like, oh, I'm going to bid against that person. And so I think people are like maybe buying them a non and then transferring them over to a Doc's wallet, but who knows?
Who knows? Let's see. Yesterday, 24.69. Dan Burner got this adorable Nounish frog.
That's
I love
incredible.
When the nouns have the noun sort of words on their shirts. I think it's just so cool. 22.67 goes to this winner, this Nounish peanut. See the shirt. I love that. Awesome, cool Raven with the hip rose glasses, 23.58.
Wow.
T-Mobile.eth, that's hilarious. And this little racer chainsaw guy is so freaking cool.
This thing is strong.
With the matching noggles there with the shirt, 25.5 ETH. So as you guys can see, after these auctions end, that money all goes into the one treasury that we were talking about. So that's where proposers and builders are going to want to go to request funds to proliferate nouns in the way that they see is like the best fit for the DAO. We have a lot of different niches of like things that people are doing too. So I'm really, really excited to jump into those proposals. But I also just like want to remind everybody. So I definitely come to nouns.wtf to look at this auction, but they have been doing a really good job of like, as builders in the ecosystem are creating media and different things around nouns to sort of explain nouns in an easier way to people, they've been adding this to the site too. So we do have this is Nouns video. It's just scroll right down. It's just right under the auction, one noun every day forever. This is a great animated film that kind of gives you an idea about what Nouns does. This video was also commissioned in Prop 113 and minted in Prop 190. So you could see how Nouns really highlights the builders that are in the community and what they're doing. So this video was made because of a proposal that they put on chain.
Yeah, definitely. And that was one that had like a multiple month build period trajectory, and the builders really had to like dig in deep. And there was a lot of technical,
it
building
came out
involved.
So good,
and
you guys.
it came out top notch, top
visually
level.
just gorgeous.
Yeah.
And and
That was
really
one thing that
cool.
we talked about in the Nouncil earlier
Mhm.
was how much that video and other videos were reused. And I think I mean, that's really been proven out right
Mhm.
now within the DAO is that content is getting reused, and that's super cool.
Yes, you guys, the best thing, I say this often, but the best thing you can do as a community member in a community is sharing all of these things. If you don't yourself make any type of like media to be shared, it's always good that when someone produces something, especially in a community that you really believe in, to share that cross platform. You guys, if it's a YouTube video, make sure it gets out on Twitter. Make sure you do like little shorts or something on TikTok. These are like easy things that you can do to help get the word out, because at the end of the day, there's always going to be one person that doesn't know or hasn't heard about this story. It doesn't hurt to continue, if you believe in a community, to continue to tell these stories that other community members are telling. There's also another great example right under that video. Build with Nouns, get funded. Nounish is another incredible,
Let's
very
go.
nouns focused media hub within the ecosystem. They have taken a media marketing house of 10 individuals and have fully dedicated themselves to nouns. They make amazing Nounish videos. They highlight builders in the ecosystem. They tell you in these really awesome, fast ways, different parts about nouns and how you can understand it better, including this video right here with Becco about how she personally got funded. I believe this is about an 11-minute video. Go watch it. This is a fantastic video about her personal journey and getting funded within Nouns through Prop House. That is also how I personally started, through Prop House. We've been looking at the actual website,
Love
and
Prop
we
House.
will go into, yes, the on-chain proposals here in just a minute and kind of talk about those. But I will be also talking about Prop House, because you don't have to have a noun and you do not have to put a proposal on chain through Prop House. All you need is a wallet address, and anyone can sort of submit an idea there. It is the great place to start launching your ideas into Nouns. It's a great place to introduce yourself to Nouns and start meeting all the holders and the other builders and prop builders within the community. And so I highly suggest you guys watch that video. It gives a great breakdown of the process that Becco went through. Shout out Becco. Thank you so much for just being such an amazing, positive creator in the ecosystem.
We'll have to get the Nounish team on here one day.
I love the Nounish team, and they have a prop up too. So we're gonna come back to them. There also is, see, there's so much good information on the site, you guys. I just really encourage you guys to go to nouns.wtf. Right under that video of Becco, we also see the iPhone app. So
I need
there
to get
is an
this.
app.
I don't have the app yet.
Oh my gosh, that's so crazy. I have it. It's like you can also, it sends you notifications when an auction ends or when a new auction starts. There's really cool, you can like see all of the different nouns that have been there. You could put it like up in your little iPhone area. It's just like a all around fantastic app. I've had it since the beginning. It doesn't say, I'll have to find it to confirm with you guys, but this was another funded on-chain proposal. So I'll confirm that number for you guys here too. But again, there's an awesome little summary here about nouns. But they've done a really great job of kind of capturing things that people are building within the community to highlight this ecosystem and get it out there, because, you know, I don't want to downplay the tech here. The tech behind NounsDAO is brilliant. It's one of the things that made me just like feel very like attracted to this community in the first place. There's like multiple contracts communicating with each other. It just is really the first time I have seen a DAO decentralized type environment that is able to kind of function in this way, where the utility is on the holders to be able to participate in governance and vote on these proposals.
Well, and the DAO too is really like committed to the code and committed to figuring out ways that it can be improved and figuring out ways that the community can influence those changes and work together, or sometimes, you know, work apart and have to meet in the middle on things. And so the code is super interesting. You know, we are looking at multiple different things that they've done in Nouns for food nouns. We had Mr. Hash Brown in here a second ago, and those guys are going to be kind of leading the charge on that. But in reality, like not having to build everything from scratch and being able to access CC0 code is something that I think like a lot of people haven't even caught on to yet. Like
I agree.
we're hearing other communities want to talk about starting DAOs and this, that, and the other. And, I have a feeling that finding that starting point for them might be a little bit trickier than, people who are already in the Nouns community. There's a lot of information here. And there's a lot of things that are already built.
Yes, there's a lot of things already built. You're so right. And, I hope that today, on Thursdays, we live stream Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I've tried to keep it so on Thursdays, we really highlight people. Excuse me. On Fridays, we highlight places. And on Saturdays, we highlight different things in this industry. So I feel like to keep with that today, as we go through these proposals, since it is Thursday, I really do want to highlight the proposers behind these props, just to kind of give them their flowers. I feel like, it's really good to stay positive and encouraging to community members within Nouns and to individuals outside of it who might have sort of a connection within Nouns already to continue to want to propose to the DAO, to not be afraid or shy about their ideas. And if they have something that they want to integrate with Nouns, like we are excited to read that. There's tons of communities just like Noun Soul, they gather every single week and meet and really truly discuss these props and have meetings in their discords where you can kind of listen in from the proposer themselves. So after collecting sort of that information, seeing what's going on Twitter about how people are sharing these things, there's some great people in this round. Obviously, I am going to go basically from for all the props that are still currently being voted on. Okay. I just want to highlight people if they're still on chain and going through that process. This is not an easy process. The proposal process, you really got to understand that you're in a community that has a lot of active holders. And so when you put something up on chain and the holders are all voting yes or no on your prop, you're going to want to reach out to as many of the active holders as possible. That way you can have a communication with them, see if they have any comments or feedback for your prop, see if there's something that they could do to be, aligned with it or not. Like, it's a whole process getting to go out and talk to everybody. So for any proposer, I really just want to focus on the proposers of these props. If I don't particularly know them, I will be doing my own research 100% and would encourage everybody to do the same. But let's highlight people.
Let's highlight people.
Let's highlight people. I'm really excited. I think it's important, and there's some cool people from the whole industry that have kind of come into Nouns during this week, which is just wild. And I do want to shout out, like, literally 292 props have come through NounsDAO so far. That is so cool.
Yeah, that's neat.
It's really neat.
Aubtoshi, I'm sorry. I want to apologize ahead of time. I haven't got us a water sponsor yet, so
okay.
This is our unofficial water sponsor.
Yeah, I also haven't gotten us one, and so I just drink water from a glass. But if you're a water sponsor out there, we really be out here drinking water 6 hours on a stream every single week.
I drink plenty of water.
Make sure you're out there. Make sure you're getting hydrated, touching some grass sometimes too. There's so much information to digest in this industry that you got to force yourself to take breaks. It's just healthy, okay? So let's start going here. All the way down, this one's closing soon, but it's active right now. Ends in a day. Clothing every day forever. I love a clothing prop. Oh, Neckfist. Okay. So this is what I'm talking about. As we kind of go through these props, if something's about to close or if we see how the votes are going, I don't know why certain holders would vote yes or no. I can't speak to that, but I can speak to the proposers of these props and what I think sort of about this too. But I really want to remain, if you see a ton of against votes or if you see a proposal that maybe there's not enough time left or it's not going to reach quorum, it didn't quite get the support it was going to get, just remember, all proposers are encouraged within the DAO to sort of take, if something doesn't pass or doesn't quite speak to the community in a certain way, while these votes are happening, people do give reasons for their votes. I would
Yeah, we're starting to see more of that.
Yes. House of Nouns. Let me actually just, let me get my little, I'm just going to put you on the dual screen while I just get this up because I can't remember if it's .wtf or .com. 1 second. .wtf.
I wonder what the hesitation is here.
Hold on. Well, I don't want to speculate, you know?
Yeah, I mean.
But I do want to say that I think Nekvis is like an incredible person. And I'm actually going to pull up his Twitter so everybody can follow him. Okay.
I do think we're about to enter this phase of proposers coming back with like V2s and V3s until they get funding. I hope we do.
Let me just show you guys a really cool tool within the system. Let me go. I don't wonder if I'm just like not. Oh, here we go. Okay. houseofnouns.wtf. You can see all the proposals there on the side. Let me see what you guys can see. Yep. See on that far left, you guys can see all the props. As you pull them up, they're there in the middle. And then where me and Cheffo's heads are kind of covering right now, and what you can't see is the voting. But this
you need me to move my head like this? Okay.
No. This is a great place to go because you can actually see reasons. And so the really cool thing about how you can vote within Nouns is you're giving your yes or no vote on chain. So you're connecting your wallet. It's reading how many Nouns votes you have. You get to say yes, no, or abstain. And then under that, you can give a reason. And so the reasons are then also put on chain. And then in these awesome platforms like houseofnouns.wtf, you can click the Nouns house, and then you will see all the reasons on the side. And so the reason I bring that up is because if you see that maybe a proposal that you've put up isn't getting support for some reason, House of Nouns would be a good place to go to see exact comments. I find that holders leave constructive, good comments, and I always see holders, even if they vote no this time, they said, hey, I am willing to, I like this person or I like this idea. I'm willing to kind of think about it if they put up another prop. It just kind of like, I would really encourage anyone who's putting props up to face the comments, not be afraid of them, and know that everybody here wants you to like get your idea to a point where it can pass, you know? So I think just stay true to your original thought, be open to opinions and comments, and don't be afraid to look at them, okay, guys? But again,
that's great coaching, Aubtoshi. I love that. And it is true. You do have to, have a thick skin, but you do have to kind of jump all in, have faith, really go for it. It's a whole kind of like mixture of emotions and hope and critique and everything. And at the end of the day, that does lead to a healthy environment that can fund people in a decentralized way. And so that's a really good thing.
Now,
I like that one.
I was going to say, I will give my personal bias here because we've opened the show, me talking about and raving on about NFT merch. Like, I just love it so much. Like, I would rock this DAO hoodie.
Totally.
Every day. It looks like cream. We love a jersey cotton. Okay, I'm loving that they also got very detailed about, the materials, the structure of it, the style. I love a Noggle shirt. You guys know I rock those all the time. I love the Doom sweater. I was really inspired by the Doom trait as well. I really like that.
It's scary. I don't know if I could.
It's cool.
Off. That's like you're just walking around. You're like,
we got this. That's
Doom.
an ETH accessory.
Always love the ETH accessories.
Love a button up with the DAO. That's really, really cool. A capybara shirt. Oh my gosh. Pro capybara. Let's see. Oh, I love this. Love a bomber jacket. LOL. I think that's so great.
The capybara is great.
These are really beautiful. I really like the style in these designs.
I do like the bomber.
I love these.
LOL is great.
Love the that's the Bigfoot. That's totally not what it's called. I'm gonna get grilled by my Nounish friends. There's like hundreds of accessories and heads of nouns too, and I somehow there's some of them that I get confused on. Oh no, that's a Sasquatch.
We love that.
Isn't it? I don't know if that's called Sasquatch, but I know Sasquatch rocks this one in a washing machine. Okay. Love the tie-dye with the eye. Yes, yes, yes. The little lint head, that's hilarious. Oh, the planet. Oh, I love this. Like a builder. So it looks like from what I was reading above these, I mean, these are great. Oh, I love the customized things. Okay, Becco.eth. Becco was the builder that we saw a little bit ago where I was saying to go watch her 11-minute video. So I love this idea of people in the ecosystem getting to sort of customize these to fit their online Twitter personas and stuff too. I love this. This isn't merch. This is ready to wear. I love that line.
Smart to have ETH URL on the arm.
Okay, this is really cool. I love that they're going all into numbers here. Okay, I just, from looking at these numbers for the votes, when does this end? This ends tomorrow at 10 a.m. our time. Okay, they need a current threshold of 139 votes to pass this. That means that they would have to get at least that much for votes right now, and they would have to pass and get like an extra 30 to win against the against votes. If this doesn't happen this round, Nekfis, I did pull up his Twitter here, you guys. Nekfis is an incredible builder, and he's also one of those really special, unique individuals that cares about people, and he has done these awesome activations, giving out Nouns glasses to children at children's hospitals. Like, couldn't have a bigger heart. I really, really love this person in the ecosystem. And Nekfis, if you're watching this at any point in time, I'd highly encourage you to keep going. Keep telling Nouns your ideas. I believe in you. And maybe if you look at the comments, I haven't personally read them. We can figure out how to hammer this out to make this happen for you too. But I love that you're thinking on this level.
And not to downplay the amount of work and emotions and all that. And there is ETH cost and stuff sometimes involved in putting a proposal on. You know, not to downplay any of that, but like it still hasn't like started yet. And by that I mean you can come back and do another version. You can kind of make a few changes and say, okay, cool. Like, well, hey, if these are the things that you want to see, like, bam, let's try it again. So like I said, I think
I agree
that builders should go into the proposal process kind of already honestly having this like V2 thing in mind, where it's like, all right, I might get pushback on these things. This could be where I would go in a V2 potentially. Maybe it's hard for proposers to understand that in the beginning until they start to get like some of that heavy feedback. But yeah, I mean, at some point in time, like I do think that there's this cool element of Web3 and, you know, this type of fundraising. It's not like you have to necessarily like set up another pitch with a VC firm, which you aren't going to get. Like you can literally rally the Nouns to put your prop up again and put your prop up again.
Exactly. Just a quick shout out to my TikTok audience. I see one person hanging out in here. I love that you're hanging out in the TikTok. You can access the actual live stream and see sort of us. That's why you're seeing me sort of face the camera and over here to chat. But I would encourage you guys to click the link in my bio if you want to continue to hang out. Also, Kyle, it's awesome to see you in here. Yay. I had like an older Twitter account, or sorry, TikTok account that I kind of transferred over into this like new style that I'm doing with my TikToks. But we have some old school, awesome people in there that I have like talked to for years, and it's so fun. And that's why I love social media, because you just get to connect with people from around the world. And I think that Nouns is really special because it's like taking it beyond that, and anyone can meet online and be like, hey, I have an idea. And your online friend can be like, that's a really great idea. But now we're like putting things into action through Nouns. So it's about following through and getting it to this place that it is. And so again, Nekfis, if you're listening or watching, maybe I'll clip this just to say, hey, but I totally personally believe in you. I've only seen you be just such a great representative for Nouns and stuff too. So
maybe we
good
need
luck
to
with
make,
everything.
Maybe we should make some one-of-ones of these so you can rock them and we can get the word out.
Yes, exactly. I would totally wear any of that stuff. That is so freaking cool. Any way that I can help support other prop builders, I am in to do. Okay. That was prop 283. Another prop that's sort of ending soon. Let's do 284. Ooh! Okay, sorry. I get excited when I see that it's like a potential passing vote. So this again ends tomorrow. This prop at 2 p.m. my time. Let's see. It's probably like an exact day in a couple hours from now. Let's throw a global pizza party. Nouns meets Pizza DAO, proposed by Snacks.eth. I have a lot to say about this prop, and I'm really excited to see that there is a majority yes. Look at that. It's passed the current threshold of 132 votes that it's going to take to pass this. They've reached that, and there's more yes votes than against, which means that this prop has the potential of passing. A very high potential.
Great.
What it looks like right now.
Love that.
So Pizza DAO is really freaking cool. If you've been around in this industry, you've probably heard about them. Let's see. Let me just say it. We want to nounify the world's largest decentralized pizza party. We're requesting $42,000 in funding to support Pizza DAO's third global pizza party for Bitcoin Pizza Day. So do you know the backstory about Bitcoin Pizza Day, Cheffo?
Yeah, there was a gentleman who years ago bought pizza with Bitcoin, 2 pizzas, I believe, and it was like 10,000 Bitcoin, something insane.
Oh, yes.
And it would be worth an incredible amount of money right now.
This is like one of those stories that has like everybody kind of in the industry knows about because, yes, like years ago, someone spent 10,000 Bitcoin on one pizza just to show like, hey, there's utility here with these coins. Like we can do stuff with it and purchase things. I want to cry thinking about how much that Bitcoin that would be this year.
I think they sent it to a friend to buy the pizza. Or, I don't know. There was something like this.
Oh, yes. They sent it to someone and then that person just delivered a pizza to their house or something.
Yeah, like there wasn't like a...
Don't quote us on this.
There wasn't like a cashing out, there wasn't like an online checkout thing or anything like that.
I think that if you wanted to know more information, Snacks
we'll
seems
have,
like the guy.
We'll have to get old Snacks on here. It is an amazing story, and I know that was kind of like the inspiration for Pizza DAO, and then they do these worldwide pizza parties where they literally have pizza parties all over the world in places that you honestly wouldn't even expect, and people come together in real life.
Wow.
I think that they've set some records, perhaps, as far as like some of the collective amount of people that have come together for these pizza parties. Food Nouns is actually going to be working with Profworder to do a pizza party in Florida. That's something that I need to work on this afternoon. But it's one of these things that many different groups, organizations, and individuals, restaurants, pizza parlors, bars can all interface with around the world.
Yes.
And so it is... in my opinion, one of the more wholesome and inclusive activations that we've seen in Web3 thus far.
I love it. And I really love, Snacks is a standout
and Snacks just got a
community member. Yes, he just got a Noun. So he's in the Nouns ecosystem. A pizza, of course. Standout community member as far as I've seen. I've known about him like the whole time I've kind of been around and involved in this industry. Really cool guy, goes to events all the time. Like anyone who's driven to be a community builder is an awesome person in my eyes. And what better way to connect people than through pizza? And so just a big, huge thank you to Snacks for bringing this idea into Nouns. I feel like the whole thing is very Nounish itself. It's really exciting to see that this could be passed. And through this grant, it says that they're seeking to co-brand Nouns/Pizza DAO's Bitcoin Pizza Day events, which is currently being organized in 90 plus cities around the globe. We will talk about this a little bit later when we talk about the events that are coming up that we will be going on the ground to. But we are going to be in Cannes at that time for the Cannes Film Festival. We're bringing Nouns there. And we have told Snacks that we are 100% on board to have a pizza party in Cannes as one of the 90 cities. And so if you guys are there, if you guys are in Cannes, France, on May 22nd, you can come to our pizza party or follow this prop, follow Snacks. Let me see if I can get a
maybe we'll like TikTok live stream from the pizza party.
Oh my God, we should totally do that.
That'd be cool.
Okay, here's Snacks. I always like to do this for people so you guys can follow these creators themselves. Follow snacks.eth. I think is at snack_man. Again, incredible person in the community. Where are you going to be on May 22nd? Because it looks like there's going to be freaking pizza parties happening around the world. So if you want to participate in that in any way, reach out to myself, drop a yes, please in the chat. Follow Snacks to see all of his notifications about that pizza party. And let's get a pizza party wherever you are in your city, or let's get you hooked up with people that are already throwing one. I think that would be really, really just incredible. I'm just going to go down this prop and make sure. I mean, look. We're loving this. That's his new pizza noun. Big, huge congrats, Snack. It's a huge thing to participate in the DAO as a holder. It says we. It is so good.
It's so perfect for Pizza DAO. I mean, it's like it's the same way that I want to do Noun 590 for food nouns.
Oh, there's an awesome mini video here. That's
perfect.
Fantastic. We love when proposers get on camera and kind of introduce themselves. Really cool. Look at that pizza here. Dude, Snacks is the coolest person ever. This is so exciting. And I am just really excited to participate in any way that we can here, OTG.
You love pizza.
I love pizza.
You don't always eat the crust.
I don't always eat the crust. That is true. I like the pizza part, and then I like a stuffed crust.
Ooh.
I like a stuffed crust.
Okay.
But I know
I
that
heard
that's
the other
like
day that stuffed crust pizza was invented by the same person that invented. We were talking about it. It's like some other famous food. I'll have to think of it again, but
yeah, definitely let me know when you think about that.
They invented a couple of the famous food items that we know, and stuffed crust pizza is one of them.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, biggest fan.
Food inventions. Yeah, you're a huge
stuffed
fan.
crust pizza fan. Okay,
I feel like
really
you should have
cool.
been a food inventor, like a food scientist.
That is hilarious. That I probably would be honestly really good at that.
You would be really good at that.
I'm
gonna go stage left real quick, Aubtoshi.
Okay, no worries. I'll just go back to here to Maine. It's so funny as a food inventor person. I don't know. I feel like I have good concepts and stuff too, but there's other people like the test kitchen chefs. I know one personally. If you guys know, Art is My Weapon in the community. He before getting into like Web3 and stuff, he was a test kitchen chef. Those guys are incredible. And when you go out to restaurants and order anything, just know that there was a person who tested out tons of different meals to see like which one would be the appropriate one. And that's what they chose. So there's massive people doing like really cool stuff with that out there in the world. But again, shout out to Snacks. I'm really excited about this. I love the community like initiative driven props that come in. Like this is going to get people from 90 different cities from around the world to all have pizza at the same time. I think that that's really cool. And the whole thing is honestly very, very Nounish. Again, just to kind of like bring it all back here. Thank you guys for tuning in to Nouns on the Air with Aubtoshi. This is episode 13. We will be here every Thursday, Friday, Saturday, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. PST. It is awesome to be here with you guys, talking all things Nounish, all things NFTs, DAOs, crypto. We talk about and highlight people, places, and things from across this industry. And we definitely have a unique perspective because we are able to, through our sponsorship with Nouns, attend over 18 different events this year, events that are both NFT and crypto centric. Also just big, popular, well-known social events, that's why we're going to be at Cannes at the film festival. Through our proposal as well, we have been shooting a documentary this entire time. And through that process, that's where I feel like the real specialness has been happening, because after all of this happens, I love you guys hanging out in the lives and stuff too, but we have been meeting really, really incredible people out IRL. And after this process is over, you guys are going to get to, through the documentary, meet some of these people as well and get to see their stories and get to see what it feels like to kind of run around, go to all these events. What does it mean to be a community builder? What does it mean to kind of have to believe in yourself to continue to make that happen? These are all things that we touch on because they're important. Because, you know, it's really meaningful when you choose to spend a large portion of time within a community. It means that you believe in that community. It means you believe in the people in that community and in probably the overall mission of it. I definitely don't throw my weight behind anything where those three things aren't there. That stuff really, really matters to me. And so I've definitely found that place within Nouns. There's a lot of really incredible builders. And as we've seen from some of these props that we've already gone over, there's incredible builders, like brand new ones that are kind of coming into Nouns. Not new builders in the industry. We've been watching them build with us in public for a while now, but they are new to Nouns. And so that's always really exciting. If you yourself are watching this and you are involved in crypto or NFT in any way, and you've sort of been kind of watching Nouns from the sidelines, please reach out. I'd love to talk to you guys about how you can get involved a little bit more, just the same way that I did. I did just get the opportunity at NFT NYC to speak on the main stage, which was so exciting. Again, that was like a contest. I was going to be a speaker either way, but a contest went up to the community to say like, well, who do you guys want to vote for to go on the main stage? Over 50 Nounish community members voted for my talk to be on the main stage, and just thank you guys so much for doing that. But what I really discuss about in that talk is how to become a DAO funded and supported entrepreneur. Because no matter what project you're bringing forward, you know, you're an entrepreneur in your own right in this space. The fact that you're taking on a project to lead, to manage, and then to like go out and do something, like seeing that whole thing through, like you're an entrepreneur. And so through my own personal story of how I was able to do that with Nouns, which included Prop House, that included 3 failed Prop House rounds, you know, that included me having to push past those potential points of failure that could have made me say, all right, I don't really know what to do here. I don't know if I can continue on, because going through those failure points is really a key part of my personal story that I always feel like I should share with everybody, because I pushed past them. And in those, you know, weeks of maybe my ideas not getting funded, I was really able to meet tons of different people from the community. I was then able to get suggestions from people within the community about things that I could do to make my idea maybe more like smaller, so I could execute on it and show the community what I could do prior to then coming back and asking for things. So that would be my like one big piece of advice would be, if you're just introducing yourself to Nouns for the first time, try to see if there's an open Prop House round. Try to meet as many holders and people in the community as possible, and really have that one great idea that you can like build upon and like get a lot of good traction on, and then almost like deliver on successfully, so that you can show Nouns, hey, this is what I'm all about. I do want to just go back to here on the window capture screen. We are back. Okay, so let's keep going through these because we have some exciting props going on here. Okay, prop 285. NFT Brazil taking over Sao Paulo and celebrating the Brazilian community. I'm really excited about this one, you guys. Okay, wait, let me see. Okay, this is really exciting.
I got to listen to Vlad talk in depth about this prop this morning. It was wonderful.
Okay, so I just want to point out the first 2 props that we talked about, the voting for those props ends tomorrow, okay? This whole next slew of props that we're about to talk about, voting has not started yet. So we want to make sure that people kind of know about these props so they can go out there and vote. This is put up by NFTBRL.eth. I'm going to scroll down so I make sure I get everybody on the team for this, but I do know certain members like JP and Vlad that are like huge behind this prop, and even Bob Burnquist, who has been this like stellar, cool, gnarly, amazing NFT community member. It is awesome to see personally, like
stoked to meet Bob.
Yeah, I just want to like pull out really quick to just like let you guys know that I will fangirl for a second too. But I mean, everybody here played Tony Hawk Pro Skater, right? Like you obviously, Cheffo, did you play that?
Yeah, I have. Or you weren't like a big. I'm not a huge video game guy, Aubtoshi. I'll be honest.
For anyone that played Tony Hawk Pro Skater, dude, the fact that Bob Burnquist like is involved in NFTs and loves the Nouns and loves NounsDAO, like coolest thing I could ever freaking imagine. The fact that I've gotten to be in a space with him and talk to him before, freaking insane. And just I'm really excited to see and know that he's like very much involved with this proposal as well. So NFT Brazil, this was one of the events on the Nouns OTG calendar. For my personal prop, we are going to NFT Brazil. There was a minor change where they switched dates. And so the original dates were supposed to be end of April. But now this is now happening June 2nd, June 3rd, and June 4th. So it's going to be happening. Yes. Better dates. I agree. Summer. But it will be my first time in Sao Paulo. And I have seen incredible stuff come out of the Brazilian community. They are so Nounish. They are
They're
so freaking cool.
the most viral community currently in Nouns.
Yes, they're so the most viral community currently in Nouns. And any way that we can support them, I am 100% for. Yep, June 2nd to the 4th. Here we go, NFT Brazil. I know that we talked to them in a Nounsel call, and this event's happening no matter what. So what I believe this prop to be is an extra bolstering from the Nouns to make it a little bit more like Nouns heavy on the branding and stuff too for the whole entire event. So I think, you can't go wrong with that.
There would be a sponsorship package purchase, and then there's also a booth build out, and I believe
Look at all this,
there's
you
some
guys.
merchandise and marketing, and then there's also a digital billboard on this like really large digital billboard that's on a very populated street.
Wow, you guys, this just hats off to the prop builders. Okay.
The prop's beautiful. It's aesthetic.
It's gorgeous.
It's nice. Like props.
A lot of good information here.
Props need to tell a story.
Can't wait to learn about NFT Brazil. And then from what I've also heard, Bob Burnquist has been, taking meetings with people who are involved citywide in Sao Paulo, in the governance side of Sao Paulo.
I think the mayor is like super interested.
And we saw that happening, with NFT Paris. The Minister of Tech came to NFT Paris and opened up the whole conference. And so
this building is also famous.
Yes. But having that intersection of bringing people in, again, that's what this is all about. We want to highlight the community builders that are making it so that other people who are involved in government or other sectors who are like, don't really know about NFTs and stuff to like want to come in and
well, that's
see
a really
this
good
community.
example, actually. Like, okay, so look at the work that Vlad is doing on this, or JP, or Bob, or whoever is involved, and we'll just use this prop as an example. Like the work that they're doing and the ups and downs and everything that they have to go through, the voting and all that, there will be potentially hundreds of people and thousands, if you look at like the reach of the content that'll come out of it, that will be positively affected by this, including the Nouns meme. And so,
yes,
it just really drives home this thing of like 1 or 2 or 3, 4 people that are acting as leaders and taking some of those jumps into the deep end. Like they are actually providing an experience for hundreds of people.
Yes.
And I just think that I don't know, maybe that's lost sometimes. Maybe it's not lost, but maybe it's just not necessarily highlighted. I think that we do a good job as a DAO to highlight ideas and to highlight the things that have been created after the fact. But I think that we could also figure out ways to highlight builders as well.
Well, and that's why
that's what we're doing here.
Yep. I have this kind of like frozen on the screen right now too, but they're doing like a street gallery. So part of what would happen if this prop was funded is like media being all over the city, not just at the event center. I think that that's huge. Like seeing,
that's the billboard thing.
Train ads, like bus bench ads, billboards across the town. Like that will be massive.
I'm
you
curious.
guys.
I didn't figure out what this Noggle map was, but
I think it's of where the potential of the marketing and advertising could be, the spots. I think that the prop would also fund a Nouns lounge. That's incredible. Let's see. They did such a freaking good job on this prop. Excuse me. Okay, lounge
I'll
activations.
be chilling in the Nouns lounge hard. One of the things that I was curious about, if this does pass or when this does pass, do we get to live podcast from the Nouns lounge?
Well, I am definitely 100% speaking at this conference, and so that's probably totally a possibility, but it looks like the lounge activations would include Nouns Comics' first IRL distribution. That is massive. I myself collected a few of these NFTs. Public good beer distribution.
Stoked.
They kind of reached out to me and said, like, how do we get you some cans? And I'm like, yes, immediately.
Food Nouns funded
Incredible
influencer beer can drops.
Let's go. NounsDAO skate simulator. So
Amazing.
much fun.
Yeah, Bob
SubDAO's live auctions.
I think Gammy and Bob built this thing. I'm still figuring the skate simulator's dope. I want to figure out that thing.
There's already a metaverse that's gonna happen. Oh yeah, main stage. So I get to speak there. I'm really looking forward to it and just so excited to be there with everybody. And again, I will always focus my talks on the DAO itself and, you know, what it means to community build in a decentralized community. I think that this is what I'm able to speak on the most. Oh, cool. There's a whole shout out. Let's go.
Yeah, super exciting.
I mean, any way that I can help support this, I'm 100% really excited about, and know these builders in the community. These are solid individuals. They've proven time and time again to just be very Nounish and kind of pro proliferation. And so I just really think that this is going to be incredible. Okay. So voting for that, for the NFT Brazil nounification of this event is going to start today. 5 p.m. our time. Okay, we're about 6 hours away from this prop going live. Check out Proposal 285, NFT Brazil, taking over Sao Paulo and celebrating the Brazilian community. The vote for that starts today in 6 hours. Let's go. I believe in you guys. Okay. Okay, 286, Nouns Wet Wipes version 2.
Let's go. What are they up to, these wet
Vote
wipes?
for your favorite design. Did it pass? Let me see.
I haven't paid attention why there's a V2. I think they canceled it.
Become a permanent. Okay. Okay. Perfect example. This starts tomorrow, like kind of like 23 hours from now at 9:24 p.m. Oh, I'm so sorry. A little bit longer than that. 9:24 p.m. our time tomorrow. This goes live. There was a Nouns Wet Wipes prop. I'm not quite sure if they're canceled, but if they did, and this is the second version, this is the exact perfect example of what we were talking about.
Yeah.
If your prop doesn't go over the first time, reiterate, come back.
I like the art.
Yeah, this is adorable. I like the wet wipes too. Like, people use wet wipes for so many different things. Like, I know people that have like in their cars, like if you have kids, like toddlers or anything, like you
Airport
always have to
traveling.
have wet wipes.
I
Yes.
use them in the airport.
Airport. Like, this is really cool. Okay. Let's see. And it's antibacterial.
Camping.
Very cool. So it's more like that's really cool. We need that in this time. Like, we use hand sanitizer all the time. Okay, let's see. Goals. Bringing Nouns Wet Wipes to the masses, one pocket at a time. I love that. 2, a thoughtful token to be given out during events. 3, inexpensive way of marketing the Nouns brand to the public. And 4, after initial investment into the print drums, the wet wipes can continuously be produced at a low cost, increasing brand awareness perpetually. Those are all great things for Nouns, I believe. Let's see. Let's go into, this is probably important to read out loud. Why wipes? 1, it's one of the most common things you can carry around, such as your keys, wallet, phone, and sanitizer, a reminder of Nouns brand wherever you use it. That is very true. I have like some branding background, and one of the main goals within branding is, how do you become a part of someone's 24 hours? How do you make a product that is like an essential piece of that for them too? So if you're throwing these Nouns Wet Wipes in your bag, that definitely is that.
Throw it in your kid's backpack.
Yes, I love this. 2, economical to give away during events, has utility, so won't be thrown away once you get home from the events. I like that. It has an actual use case. 3, small enough to be easily displayed at the checkout counters for maximum exposure. Awesome. 4, have enough space on the back of the item to incorporate a QR code. Very cool. Always thinking about ways we can connect people sort of Web3 wise. And 5, something our team has experience working with. Okay, so these are wet wipe people. Like, it makes sense to like fund a team that's been already doing this, to do this. And I feel like if anyone had any doubts from the very first prop, I feel like them kind of reiterating and coming back shows like they're people, they're real people. It's a real squad, and this is what they're good at, and this is how they want to proliferate Nouns. And I am kind of like fully on board of that. Let's see. They go over their whole marketing initiative. Very cool. Social marketing, design concepts. This is so cool. You can literally rebrand other products and packages and things that you are very familiar with to be Nounish. And like, I'm telling you that the Nouns community loves this kind of stuff. It's like minimum viable products.
When are we going to have like Nouns chicken apple sausage at Trader Joe's? Let's go.
This is, oh, wow. Oh my God. I love the little rabbit one. Very cool. I'm loving this. I love the design. Wow.
It's easy to understand whether or not someone's
oh
like,
my God, do you know what's so cool? Look what they're letting people do.
I love that.
During votes, remember how we said when you vote for a prop, you can put your reason.
Yeah.
So they are encouraging people. There's a bunch of designs we'll look at below, and then you have to say which design you like, and that's what they're going to use. So let's look at these. This is design A by Skipper Lee. I love this. Adorable. It almost looks like candy. So much fun. Design B by Zylag. Loving it. Design C by Victor. Really cool. I love the yellow. Yellow is just like so striking and just like kind of, it really makes the red noggles pop. I really kind of love this.
I like the yellow.
It's almost like it could be like one wipe every day forever.
What is the character on the yellow?
That's the wolf.
It's a little scary.
The wolf? No, it's not. It's adorable.
It's a little scary.
Design
bro.
D by OX April Leah. I love April. Does so many cool designs. I love the little lucky noun there. Design E by Komodoge. Okay, aloe vera fragrance free. Oh my god, I love the pink. Design F by which was the original design from Prop 265. So this is that first prop that we're talking about
Pink
that
is
they've
nice.
been reiterated. I like it.
Yep.
I like the pink too. Some designs that did not fit the criteria, but definitely worth a mention. Let's go. Very cool, guys. Okay, so please voting to pick which ones you like. Maybe they did pass. I don't want to get this wrong, you guys. Give me
I
one
really
second.
like the Noggle ones with the background.
Give me 1 second.
Those are epic.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yes. So it is voting. They did cancel the first prop. Okay. That's fine. So this is about doing this, voting for the wet wipes to happen and voting on the design at the same time. That's really cool. I don't think we've seen a prop kind of offer that sort of on-chain sort of design decision-making during the actual voting process as well, too. So that's super creative and unique. The current threshold for votes is 70 to meet quorum. And then again, they have to win by getting more for votes than against votes. And so good luck to you guys. I'm sorry that I'm always scrolling so fast. I'm not trying to make you guys dizzy here, but I do want to see
That'll be a great one. I mean,
the team.
I don't know what they said their turnaround is, but that's something that like would probably be ready for something like Art Basel or things in the fall or the winter.
Okay, the team, Noun 587, a pharmacist by training. Okay, so this is another Nouner, and then Noun 426, a crypto enthusiast. Okay, so it's 2 Noun holders that have come together to make this project really cool, you guys. Best of luck to you. Voting starts tomorrow evening, my time. Nouns Wet Vibes V2. Let's freaking go. Thank you guys for coming back and not being afraid to reiterate on your original proposal. And thank you for also now introducing, I think, to the community this sort of design choice option for people as they're voting. It's really, really cool. And it almost, I feel like, is going to encourage more holders to vote and be active on this prop because they get a choice in the design if it passes. Good luck to you guys. I really want to see that happen. I am someone who uses hand sanitizer every single day, so I would love to have me some Nouns Wet Wipes. That is for sure. I needed the big package, though. I don't know if I could use the single-use ones. Okay, let's talk about Prop 287. I'm really excited to talk about this one, guys. Nounish Friends minifigures. Okay, Noun 12 put this prop on chain and sponsored it, but this is by a builder that we know within the Nouns ecosystem, and I'm excited to introduce to you potentially for the first time if you don't know this person. It would be really surprising if you didn't because they're also out there in the crypto NFT community anyways, but all of the noggles that you guys see us wearing, even then, let me just pull out here really quick on my screen. The noggles on the paper noggles that I have here, the big plastic fun ones that we have, those are all made by Big Shot Klim and BigShotToy Works. And those, let me go back here. He is someone who makes like toys and other things for other people like all the time. This is like the industry that he's famous for. He produces really cool stuff. I've seen people love the noggles that we pass out, and he just was at NFT NYC and gave out like boxes worth of the big plastic noggles to everybody. And I know that people were just stoked to receive those for the first time. So, you know, this, I believe, so this is another reiteration of a prop that went up a while ago about these Nounish toys. I myself have held these toys in person, you guys. They
have.
are the cutest things of your life. I want to say that they're like this big.
Yeah.
So just imagine the size. I'm trying to see if there's anything on my desk right now that could be. I don't. But like
I'm
literally, like
surprised we
tiny
didn't-
little cute toys like this.
I'm surprised we didn't
You guys, they
beg,
literally
beg
are like.
Clem to let us have a prototype.
I know, but I know that he's going around and sharing his toys with people so they could see what they're doing. But if you guys saw this at NFT NYC or got to hold them for the first time, the other thing I want to do, like draw attention to, is like you see they all have noggles and heads and stuff. They're built like Mr. Potato Head, so you can literally take one of the noggles off and like put on a different color of noggles.
It's the most cool, smart part about the whole thing.
It is
really,
so
really, really
freaking cool. Okay, so what is this project? These colorful 3-inch tall minifigures are meant to be fun, stylish, low cost, and non-crypto based entry point into the world of nouns. This is so important. A lot of times if you're out there, like the way to get someone to kind of onboard into nouns is not going to be having that more big brain, in-depth conversation about the tech or the fact that it is like this NFT crypto thing. Like it's through this joy, I think, of them funding builders
Well,
and
and
ideas.
I know that people have been talking about creating these like onboarding merch retail packs. And Clem definitely is kind of, I think, going in that direction. But I mean, this would be awesome if it was in like a little
And they're called Nounish Friends.
like merch pack.
Yes. Well, it says Nounish Friends are uniquely styled modular figures, which are packed into mystery boxes, eye-catching
cool. I didn't
counter
know they were
displays.
mystery. That's smart.
Oh, that's so smart. Actually, I didn't know that either. Eye-catching counter displays positioned for museum shops, high-end retail, and lifestyle shops worldwide. These
Cool.
things are freaking cute, you guys. I cannot stress that upon you enough. I feel like this builder has more than proven themselves. I think that we all
Even like, crypto art galleries, like
oh, there's see the size right there with the hands.
what was the one that we went to? The NFT gallery in London or in Europe?
NFT Factory.
NFT Factory. Like places like that could have these little guys like for sale.
Yes. Wow. I love these. I don't know if you guys can see that on the screen. His little hand. Oh, not that. His little hand.
The pop out noggles are by far the coolest thing.
Yes.
Like, it's just they're spectacular.
They're spectacular.
And they really pop in and out in like a legitimate way. Like it works.
What's the plan for post-production? It seems like they already have like good words in with people about getting this out there. Big Shot Toy Works is a proven builder in this DAO, and I really hope that they get the support that they need to pass this prop. These things are so cute. Like you cannot tell me you wouldn't want one of these things on your desk right now.
They're cool.
I would love to have one of these. The pop out noggle situation is so cool.
Eventually,
like
we'll
Mr.
get
Nogglehead.
We'll get some food noun ones eventually.
They're so cute, you guys, and I feel like they really like represent the cuteness that is nouns. And I know that Big Shot has been working on reiterating this prop for a little bit of time now. He's been delivering the paper noggles in the meantime, and still continues to deliver within the Nounish ecosystem. And I just think like this would be a really cool addition to these products that he is delivering upon nouns. They're so freaking cute, and I feel like people are just gonna love them. So, Nounish Friends, mini figures. Oh, which one do you think is your favorite?
Is there a chef one?
I don't know yet, but I love this like wizard hat one. It's like the hat is so massive. Did you see it down here? Look at this. How cute.
The wizard's dope. The shark is really good.
And the skateboard obviously is so freaking cool.
They're all cool.
I also do like that it has like this like, because a noun, like look at this one, like has like the one arm in the NFT. I think it's cute that like the little figures have the one arm.
Yeah,
too.
he stayed literal to the, the inspiration. And and I think that's interesting.
I do too. Let me just pull out really quick. I don't know why that keeps doing that. I don't even have one pass. But I do want to just pull up Big Shot's Twitter here so you guys can follow him and make sure you guys know about him. Boom. Big Shot Toy Works at Big Shot Toy Works. If you're not following this builder right now, go ahead and do yourself a favor and do that, because
Go get yourself some noggles.
they're producing tons of stuff. They sell this stuff online already. You guys can get your own noggles. They do tons of different like toys and stuff, and you can watch Big Shot's entire journey of like being a manufacturer in this industry. I think it's really, really cool. And
Yeah, there's
look at that
definitely, like,
cute.
He's definitely pioneering kind of like how to do these items via
Yep.
the DAO. And, there are massive lessons learned each time. And Clem will tell you that. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's just super interesting. And I think the
Mm-hmm.
DAO not only is lucky to have a talented builder who can, use a supply chain and follow through on that, but also is willing to go through the process. Like,
I agree.
that really speaks volumes.
Here we go. I completely agree. And just, I'm really excited to see these toys. I know that there's a ton of people who've been waiting a while to kind of see these toys like become a thing. And so good luck with your prop. Wait, let me see. Let me just tell the people. That starts
Tell
in
the
2
people,
days. That starts
Aubtoshi.
in 2 days, you guys. So you have some time to connect to Big Shot and talk about these toys before the voting goes live. This is like really important because in this phase where there's like a couple days left before these props go on chain, you will see people going into spaces to talk about their props, coming into Nounsel meetings, going into different discords to talk to different holders.
I think Nounsel meetings are open to the public. I mean, I know
Yes.
that we invite the prop builders, but I'm pretty sure anybody can come to a Nounsel meeting who has a Discord.
It's open to the public. So just know that as these people are getting their props out there, they will be speaking about them a lot. That's why I'm like putting up their Twitters. If you ever see them in a space, they're probably, especially if they're like started this proposal process in the space talking about their proposals.
You got to do it.
Let me actually just pull up for you guys.
If you're not a talker, it's hard to be in a DAO.
Yes,
You have-
this
you have
is
to be a talker.
this is the Twitter that I would follow. I love them, obviously. The Noun Square. Okay, so at the Noun Square, if you
That's
ever
a group
see
of
them
talkers,
live,
that's for sure.
the best talkers and
Everybody, best
they're-
talkers in Web3.
they're always highlighting nouns and nounish projects.
Shout out.
Shout out to the Noun Square. I used to host a lot on the daily shows there that they do. They have a daily show at the end of every single nouns auction, and then they help choose the next noun. I, still try to come to these spaces if I'm not traveling and stuff too. But the whole point being, if you guys see this Twitter account live in a space at any time, hop in. You will be in some type of space. They also do like dozens of soapboxes of other nounish communities to come talk about their projects. So if you want to just continue to learn and know about nouns, you should 100% be following the Noun Square.
GM Malcolm, GM.
GM Malcolm, I've been seeing the awesome stuff that you've been doing. It's so awesome to have you here. We are just going over some of these nouns props that have come up this week. So thank you for joining the stream. It's awesome to see you. Okay, let's go into 288. 100 nounish things, a nounish drop proposal. Okay, wait. So this 288 and 289 are doing the same thing. So let me go to 289 first, okay? We talked about nounish. Remember the Becco video from the Nouns website itself? That comes from this media company, Nounish, that we were talking about, these 10 amazing builders that have dedicated their whole company over into producing nounish content. They have been doing an incredible job for the last few months, and they are coming back now and saying, hey, let's do the next 6 months. Noun 40 has put this prop on chain for them. Thank you, Noun 40.
Nice.
And let's see. And the builders that I know are heavily involved in this are Noun 142 and Goldie. Let's see what they
They were in the Nounsel today talking about it.
Yes, in the last prop, we turned Pixel, so that's what their company was called before that, a boutique production company of 10 world-class storytellers into Nounish, a full-time video production company agency working on nouns. And so this is for them asking for this next round of them to continue on this work for the next 6 months. I'm not like skipping over this stuff too, but I really, 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 really encourage you guys to go read this prop. They get very specific about things that they want to do, things that they have done. There's tons of clickable content. It's all their videos, their tweets, their posts, these long form videos that you guys can click on and watch them.
Yeah, there's definitely lots of different formats that, that they're playing around with.
Commissioned videos that you guys can go watch. Look at this. They have an amazing YouTube. If you guys are on my YouTube channel, just go to my channel. And if you scroll down at the bottom, I have other things that I subscribe to, channels that I want to highlight. Look for the blue one. Sorry, it's got to look like this. The PFP is blue. It has some noggles in it. That is the Nounish YouTube. Make sure you're following them. They have blown up over the last few months. organically while they've been doing this. It's been really awesome to see. But like I said, I really want you guys to go to this prop. That's at nouns.wtf/vote/289. It's really important because there's tons of clickable things that you guys want to look at. They've had a couple of their videos go viral, which is super exciting. All of their videos focus on proliferating nouns in these really great ways. There's these videos where they've had these like puppets that they've made that are just like so adorable. I really love the content coming out, and they're completely correct when they say 10 world-class storytellers. It is so true. I've had the chance to meet a lot of the Nounish crew over the course of some interviews that I've done with them, and every single person there in that studio is just highly positive, really fun, really freaking creative, and really talented.
They definitely have vibes.
Oh my God, they're so freaking talented. We are lucky, I think, as a DAO to be able to have them in the ecosystem to continue to create. They are coming now with this prop for season 2.
Well, and one of the things that we talked about this morning was how many people have, and we talked about it last week when we highlighted stuff, is how many people have like cut 5 seconds or 10 seconds here and there of the content that they've made and reused it in, you know, proposal content or viral video content and stuff like that.
Yes.
Like, and it makes total sense. One of the things that they also were talking about is,
I think that's right here,
is pretty much people have to like rip it off of YouTube, and like that's not bad. It just is what it is. But I think in the future they want to have an open source platform that, like, yeah, it's free nouns stock footage, and that would be fairly incredible. We could definitely contribute to that stock library.
Well, let's go over that a little bit here because it's so crazy. That's like right where I am on the prop. Open sourcing our content. As part of our effort to lean into content proliferation, we will be working on making our content more accessible and easy to use. Similar to how Nounish GIFs are so easy to use on social media, we want our video content to be as accessible and easy to remix and reuse by anyone. It will be searchable with tags and key terms, like a stock photo website, but for Nouns media, and all of it is CC0. That is really, really cool, guys. Exactly what Cheffo says. When these guys make videos, the content is CC0, and so everybody can use these for their own videos. I think we saw a lot of this happen when we were live streaming the Enter the Nouniverse contest entries over the course of those 2 days.
I like the way they have it set up. It looks great.
Yep. But a lot of those Enter the Nouniverse contest entries that we saw contain footage from these Nounish videos that have come out. So they've already really proven themselves to be this content creation hub. I have been fortunate enough to get to meet the Nounish team IRL, and like you couldn't find just a more solid, positive group of really talented people. And I think the Nouns are so fortunate to have them here in creating and continuing to not only just create, but like to build and expand upon their ideas. Like offering this sort of stock library, free stock library, CC0 of just Nouns content is so huge and like really big for proliferation.
One of the things that 142 was talking about this morning is this concept of, you know, eventually someone will use a video with someone wearing noggles or some type of Nounish thing in it, and they will have never heard about the Nouns. They won't know what it is, but they'll still be like using that video because they found it online and, you know, saw that it was copyright free. That's fascinating, you know, that at some point there's going to be so much Nounish content out there that people will just say, oh, wow, cool, look at those glasses, and they'll use that in something that they're working on.
Exactly. The prop I skipped over is a part of theirs too, 288. Minting this 100 Nounish things. We're actually going to watch it, you guys. I'll go back to the other prop and say, but like they're going to mint this. If this proposal passes, they will mint this video where they did a compilation.
We've been talking so much, Aubtoshi. Are you going to let us watch anything today?
Well, it's important, Cheffo, to explain these things to people. But 100 Nounish things is this really cool video that they dropped in correlation with their prop. And they sang by Nate, who is so freaking cool. Let me go back to that prop now. So we've gone over that. Let's go back to the actual 100 Nounish things.
I feel like we need a theme song from Nate.
A drop posal.
Or at least like a little transition.
We're going to watch that right now. Let me just make sure we can. I will get him up here, but he goes over 100 things. We are in it, which is so exciting. But let's see. Click here to watch. Oh, it's on Twitter. Okay, cool. Let me just start this over. Here we go. Celebrate 100 Nounish things with this video. Can you guys see that on the screen? Let me go up a little. Here we go. All right, 100 Nounish things.
Here's a little song I just gotta sing about 100 Nounish things. Free glasses for kids? What? Can we talk about it? A Rose Parade float and a doc about it. A wizard's hat in 3D print fashion. Funding autism schools and NARS athletes in action. A charity beer garden you can see from outer space.
So talented.
Glasses, fun, lo-fi, and luxury, perfect for your face. So fluid dolls, coloring books, and even saving sharks.
Wow, he went hard.
John Hamm and Dustin Yellen making art. Here's a little song I just gotta sing about 100 Nounish things.
Dude.
Hot sauce, noun square, planting trees, Xanadu. An explainer of nouns by folks just like you. Monthly comics, noun sounds, basketballs, nouns chess. An animation pack with all the game assets. Esports, snap filters, AI, and FOMO.
Nice.
Japanese art parties, marathons, and nouns poems. Tattoos, mad happy. This is quite a list. Web3 workshop with Bob Burnquist.
Let's go. This is highly impressive.
Then there's Nouns Whiskey, which might lead to Nouns Court. And Nouns Coffee in the morning, watch a Nouns Shore. Treasure hunts in Rio and a new skate park. Christmas for those who need some light in the dark. Christmas gifts, dog shelter, hospital, or orphanage. In the DR, mucho love got you covered no matter what it is. Nouns, animal cards, and a coffee mug. Kenya, Singapore, and Hong Kong get their beach cleaned up. A river barrier, frogs,
Cool.
Ukraine donations, Zach XBT, crypto investigate. Crocs for kids in Africa across the land. NFT Australia, Nouns fashion brand. Nouns Works, resin toys, Nouns Fair, bento box, skateboard giveaways with Tony frickin' Hawk, Dota
Wow.
2, and Pokemon Team.
Ooh, he's got the
Skatable
drop.
novels, Valorant stream. A marathon runner, a regatta in Seoul. Nouns on the ground, a commercial in the Super Bowl. Nouns sculpture, the Noundry, sounds and nouns each day. Travel in Cartagena, down Colombia way. Nouns in Hong Kong, pronouns and gifts, jewelry and Legos, rugs and pins. The Mark Horowitz series, surreal and absurd. You got an idea, send Prop House a word. Brave browser takeover, donating clothes. Dariush walk and Christmas carols. Nouns to charities, because they're the best. Nouns CCO space and coloring contest. Nounish and Nouns DAO Brazil. Dopamine fashion, Atrium 3D film. The
Cool.
NNS novel naming protocol. Street artists and a New York mural
Wow.
on the wall. Agora, Nouns chocolate, you just can't stop it. That's 100 Nounish things. Now it's your turn to rock it.
Retweet 100.
Crazy.
You guys,
That was crazy. I love that.
that is so impressive. I can't even tell you guys how impressive that is. I don't know where I lost my
It's
nouns
a
thing.
good list.
Oh my God. 100 Nounish things and in a song. That's insane.
Very.
Yeah,
freaking
Malcolm,
cool.
I agree. That song is freaking dope. Holy.
So they're trying to mint that video? Is that
So
the
lem-
idea?
Let me go back here. But what's happening is if the Nounish prop passes 289, they're going to mint this. Really freaking cool. I mean, what? I mean, just if anyone asks you what has Nouns funded, show them this video. There's 100 things and really, really cool things. I think that like as communities begin to form in a decentralized way, of course, Nouns is this like big shiny example of what you could do when you start funding builders through your ecosystem. Like, look at this amazing, even just like these images alone, like the comics, tattoos people are getting, the Nouns esports. Oh my God, Nouns coffee, prescription glasses for kids, the Rose Parade, giant noggles in a beer garden next to a college football stadium, like Nouns vision glasses, 3D printed Nouns toys, like. It's so exciting, and even something really fun like that song like really captures like all the great things Nouns has done. I mean, I obviously
Well, that's the kind of thing that you can share with someone and
Yes.
explain this in like a way easier way. Like you could pull that out in a bar or, at your relative's house and say, hey, watch this video real quick.
So I highlighted this. These two props are together. They start in 3 days. Get to know a Nounish a little bit more. I just retweeted a tweet from that 100 Nouns things, 100 Nounish things. So you can go to my Twitter and check that out and make sure you're following Nounish as well, you guys. That was so great. You can just see
Thank
the
you
effort
for
everybody
letting
puts
us
into
watch
it.
some stuff up, Toshi. That was that was a nice little viewing break. Thank you.
I loved it. Okay, let's see. Okay, 290 Nouns Chinese Socials 6-month pilot. Okay, awesome. This was proposed by Ape Noun. Awesome. Let's see what is going on here. This does start in 3 days again. Okay, TLDR, funding SCG Group, a digital agency with the goal to empower digital Chinese communities to learn about and actively contribute to the broader Nouns ecosystem. Multi-platform social media campaign for NounsDAO in China. 5+ posts per week on each of the 3 platforms, focusing on translation and remixing of images and short-form videos from other platforms. Probably very cool for Nounish, and why that Nounish CC0 sort of stock thing is going to be really, really awesome for people. Oni traveling to China, offering guidance and support to the local team, sourcing content and ensuring that our marketing endeavors remain Nounish and in line with the global Nouns community. And then they are asking for an amount that's going to cover 6 months of them doing this. Long-term vision, excuse me, got too excited from that 100 Nounish things video. Long-term vision, building a meaningful and long-lasting Nounish community in China poses a challenging yet exciting opportunity for the DAO. Our goal is to make Nouns a highly recognizable brand amongst Chinese-speaking individuals and to inspire ambitious builders in this community to engage with the protocol. This is really cool. That's obviously a huge base. I know that there's been other props that were more like event-based, trying to bring the Nounish community over there as well. The really, really, really cool thing about Nouns is that there is people involved in it from around every part of the world.
And it's CC0.
It's CC0. We find that in like things like the Noun Square Discord, there's different chats. There's like international nouns that's connecting all of the different international communities together to put their ideas up and stuff too. So I think it's really exciting. Bringing any type of large community into Nouns is always good, in my opinion. Let's see. SCG Group. Let's learn a little bit more. I'm also just like DYORing, doing my own research right now as well. Our expertise lies in helping brands penetrate the Chinese market and expanding their footprint. With more than a decade of experience introducing international brands and artists to China, we leverage our profound understanding of both Chinese and Western cultures, as well as slang and trends, to drive consistent and organic growth. To date, we have amassed over 27 million followers for Western brands and artists in China. That's really awesome. Obviously, like we have Nounish and Nouns style socials that could be pushed. And I think like getting any exposure for Nouns is always a good thing. The Chinese community, yes, is that TikTok I'm seeing? Yes, massive on TikTok and stuff. So cool. They're doing dance challenges. So this is awesome. I'm gonna, after this, like definitely learn more about these people who are specifically putting this proposal up. It looks like it's Gedo Maru, founder and managing director of SCG, Pink Tong, China operations lead at SCG, and then Ape Noun Oni, Web3 strategy, creative direction, global content sourcing and partnerships. Okay, really, really cool. I've personally gotten to interact with Ape Noun and think he's an awesome community member. They also just got a successfully passed proposal funded to kind of rework one of the discords into a Nouns community discord. So I'm really, really excited for all that to happen as well. And I really look forward for this team to sort of, I'm going to do my research by seeing if there are any spaces this week that are highlighting these guys and try to tune in to hear from them directly. But again, I think that introducing Nouns to any sort of like larger market is like always a positive thing. We want to get as many eyes on this as possible. And people that are like more like putting proposals in that are geared towards marketing, just like Nounish and now the Prop 290 Nouns Chinese Socials 6-month pilot, I think is a cool thing. We want people out around the world doing marketing for Nouns. We want more people here, and we want people to know that Nouns funds builders and projects. So huge best of luck to you guys. Prop 290 starts in 4 days. I really look forward to going around to different spaces and stuff and hearing from you guys directly. I think that's going to be awesome. Let's do 291, Prop 291, Nouns Stream Proposal, Payments Infrastructure Public Goods by NounsDAO. Okay. Ooh, proposed by Chris Guerilla. That's cguerilla.eth. Really cool freaking person. This person has been stellar in Builder DAO and in Purple DAO. So thank you, Chris, for being an awesome, awesome builder. It's been a pleasure getting to sort of watch you in the Nouns ecosystem and get to learn more about the projects that you're passionate about. And I'm really excited to see a very first on-chain proposal from you.
We love public good too.
We love public good. We love when we get to celebrate people who have been in the ecosystem and haven't put a prop on chain yet. So huge congrats to you on getting this prop up chain.
Yeah, amazing.
And
this is his first on chain.
First on chain.
Wow.
I know that Chris talked about this prop in the Council call this morning, but again, this prop is live, I think, in 4 days. And so you guys have a couple days from now to be able to connect with Chris on your own.
I already
see what's
know
going on with this project.
I already know a use case I want to use this for, and I believe.
Oh, nice. Well, let's tell people what it's about first.
Well, yeah. So this is a prop for a protocol that I believe is already built and live, and so I think part of this is for retroactive funding, which is always amazing when a team can go out and build it and then go for that retroactive funding.
Yep.
But my understanding is essentially this would create the ability to have different ways that funds could be unlocked in sections. And so let's say
Like milestones,
and some of that could be based on time, and then some of that could also be based on performance.
Well, let's actually let me read just directly from their prop, the TLDR. Nouns Stream is a public good for payments across Nounish DAOs and beyond. It's an open source, free, permissionless protocol that enables phased, milestone-based, or periodic recurring payments. This public good can support various payment modes, including peer-to-peer, DAO-to-DAO, community rounds and grants without complex setup, shadow tokens, or intermediary protocol fees. Okay, this is really cool because they said NounStream does more than further the Nouns visual brand and meme. It helps push the ecosystem forward with easy-to-use public goods. I completely agree. Again, please go here so you guys can click on all the links. People who have been proposing to Nouns lately have done an excellent job of making sure that there's a lot of things that you can click out to learn more about specifically what they're talking about. This is Prop 291. This is really cool because you'll see on different proposals, a lot of times, even mine, people will set up multi-sig wallets so that they do have these milestones that can happen as far as payments go. So I know that is something that has been thought about in the ecosystem for a while.
This creates an automation to that.
That is so cool. Oh,
yeah,
I love this.
And if you think about it, it's kind of like, there's so many use cases for this, and I know that they already know that. For example, look at how traditionally people get a paycheck. Once you're hired for a job, they say, okay, you're going to get X amount of money every 2 weeks or every month. And then you do your payroll, you work with payroll, and then the check, for most people these days gets direct deposited. And so really that's very similar. And then if you don't perform at your job, then usually you either get demoted or you get fired. And so this is kind of this literally could open up a whole realm of payment services via the blockchain. Fascinating.
I love that. I'm also seeing now that the contributors, Matthew and Osama, are both Nouners. So Matthew owns Noun 604, Osama Noun 463. So awesome. I love that. I think we've seen a good combination of people putting props up right now who are delegated nouns for their proposal. And then we've also seen actual Nouners and people who are involved in the Nouns ecosystem come with proposals.
It's always good to see
that.
A noun holder that also wants to be a builder.
Yes, I love that. Wow. I can't wait to learn more about this. I think it's really, really cool. And I love seeing these tech sort of driven props that could be helping maybe answer some issues that people just kind of naturally are going to come across in these decentralized communities as everybody's kind of building out in public and together, finding the best ways to make that streamlined.
Let me expand the use case one more step. So let's say there was a pod, right? And so one of the things that I've talked about that you've heard me speak about is the election part of it. So the election part of it pretty much is needed to elect the people on that pod, but then this could be used to then pay the people on the pod in a normalized, automated way based on time or performance or whatever. I mean, it's just amazing. And then that's kind of what Nouns is doing. It's
Yes.
And I say this in a good way, it's building in a piecemeal way. Sometimes like that can lead to inefficiencies, and in traditional business, inefficiencies are usually the main goal to work around, and profit is the goal. So it's like in this case, we actually need a little bit of the inefficiency because that gives us like the opportunity to learn and the back and forth, and it kind of lets the cream rise to the top. And so in this case, it's really amazing, and it's going to be this whole other public good utility that can stack on top of, and then another person will build another thing, and then that'll go into the stack. And before you know it, we'll have 10 different things that facilitate 10 different really important parts of being in an on-chain community. So kudos to Chris for concepting this, and I think building it. I'm gonna be looking into that later on this afternoon, and then talking. One of the use cases I think for this for us is jollof rice, and so I love jollof, loves Nigeria, and I would love to bring that to the main NounsDAO as essentially kind of like this thing that incubated itself in a sub DAO, and then potentially could come for Nouns on-chain funding in a larger amount. But, it could be one of those things that people would want to see these escrowed payments. And so I'm super excited about this and introducing this into our sub community.
I am too. And then, of course, since we're highlighting the different proposers today, there are those 2 noun holders. I didn't see Twitter's there for them. I'm going to try to find them after this space, and then tomorrow if I find them, I'll share that with you guys. But this is Chris Guerilla. Again, incredible builder in the ecosystem, very pro decentralization, and kind of just a fantastic community member all around too. So make sure you guys are following Chris Guerilla if you aren't already. Very Nounish, and I feel like the DAO would be lucky to get to have a prop passed by this person. Okay, you guys, we're really getting through this here. We're basically on this last one that we're going to cover today.
Not even a single air horn the whole time. Wow.
Hey, I love the air horn. I love the air horn, but I do also
definitely
want to make
a Thursday around here, folks.
No, I love the air horn, but I do want to make it a not like noise crazy live stream, because I do know that some people have told me that they kind of throw this on in the background while they're working or getting groceries or something too. And so there's something really nice about just having this awesome conversation.
I'm so pro noise.
Yeah,
I think it's the Noun Square. They spoiled me on all of that.
Well, here you go.
Thank you.
Okay, so the last prop that we will be talking about that went on, you guys, this is a lot of props going up in 1 week. This is so exciting and makes me just feel really happy for Nouns, like getting all of these builders coming and proposing their ideas. And I honestly love every single prop that we've looked at today. This is so cool. Okay, prop 292, refill, vote, refund,
I'm
balance.
curious. Yeah, let's read this one.
This is put up by Krell. I love Krell. Awesome other person in the community who's been around since he's been in the community and was already there, for a while before I entered. So he's been around Nouns for a really long time. Oh my God, I don't even know why I'm just so excited. So much talking. I'm just losing my voice right now. Okay.
Just breathe, Aubtoshi.
Description. The vote refund function is important for the health and integrity of the DAO, as it helps maintain a diverse voter base and combat voter apathy. The contract was initially funded 7 months ago with 12 ETH. At time of writing, 0.8 ETH remains, which implies an ongoing cost to the DAO of 1.6 ETH per month.
That's interesting.
As the DAO continues to grow with more voters and more proposals, it is likely that the rate at which the vote refund balance is depleted will also increase. I propose we top up the contract with another 15 ETH. Oh, vote refund. Oh,
so
okay.
if you look at the Nouns contract on chain on Etherscan, you can actually see in the transactions that there is this function happening where the amount of ETH used to vote is being automatically refunded. It's fascinating. It's super fascinating.
Okay.
This is amazing. 15 ETH well
and
spent.
just to explain this a little bit, let's see if I can just go to the Nouns website. So
and
if
I would
I'm
love
just
to do
here
this in Food Nouns
on the home screen,
we'll see.
I would hit connect, and I can connect my wallet, right? And then I go to DAO, and all of a sudden I can vote. And so now if my wallet's connected and I'm a noun holder, I could click this prop and it would say cast your vote. And so all the voting is happening on chain. and costs gas to do such. But Nouns is giving back by basically refunding these gas costs that it costs you to vote. So that way you're not really going out of pocket to participate in governance, which is a huge deal and is like great for this like long-termness of like keeping people
because
wanting
let's
to
say,
vote.
you know, it's $20 to vote and you got 10 props a week. Like even if you're an affluent holder, that adds up. And, you know, at the end of the day, if 25 ETH is coming in each day into the auction minimum, then, you know, definitely part of that can come off for the gas or for the voting gas. It's a really, really, really cool function, I think.
It is. And like, let's see just these recaps. I think it's important because this is more like on the tech side for Nouns, but thank goodness that there's people like Krell they're like watching this stuff all the time and seeing like when this stuff like would need a top off.
Right. Like how many, you know, that's super fascinating too. Like this person is over here monitoring this thing. This person's over here monitoring this thing. This person's over here just totally doing something different. It's crazy.
It's so exciting. Okay, so let's see, recap. Vote with gas refund. Allow Nouners and delegates to vote and receive a gas refund. That's really cool, like we said. Refunds are subject to certain constraints. I think that's just like the level of which they can do. This feature requires the DAO to maintain the DAO contract's ETH balance, and so they're just going to refill.
They
that
pretty
wallet.
much put a range. They're like, if gas is super high, it can only go up to this amount.
Cool. I mean, this is obviously, you know, a very like DAO focused, really cool thing for the DAO because everybody has to vote. And so like the best way to maintain the DAO is like keeping your holders inspired to vote, whether or not they vote yes, no, or abstain. It's like the utility I've always seen, one of the underlying main utilities of Nouns is that like as a holder, you get to participate in governance and you get to actually be a part of the things that are funded or not funded through the DAO. And so that to me is like utility, like you're a part of it. You're voting.
It's massive utility.
Yes.
Massive.
So very cool that the Nouns holders also get refunds for the gas fees of actually getting to cast these votes. Sometimes there's like multiple votes that can happen. So just like how we've seen, like all holders right now, as of like tomorrow and the next day, are going to have like multiple props that they would, you know, essentially get to vote on. So those gas fees can definitely add up. But thank you, Nouns, for providing a way for people to be able to have a gas-free, refunded sort of voting experience.
When you pulled it up, I hadn't read it yet, and when you pulled it up, I was actually surprised at the number. I thought it would have been higher, like 1.6 or whatever it was on average per month. I thought that was interesting. Like that didn't strike me as crazy. Like if it had been like 10 ETH a month, that would be like a different conversation. But I feel like this is working.
Yes. I also think that, you know, as we kind of round out this last 15 minutes of the show, we've been talking about the on-chain props, but I have mentioned Prop House. And so there is an open Prop House round. So let me just go back in time here. Go to the main website, prop.house. Okay. The very first square you're going to see is the Nouns house. Go into the Nouns house. There's an open round 20 happening right now. Go ahead and click on that. You have 4 days left to propose. So we're in a big proposal sort of round right now happening with the Nouns. This is very, very, very exciting.
This is an open round. I didn't know they had one going on right now.
Open round. And what does that mean? An open round where builders are encouraged to propose any idea that they believe in will benefit the Nouns ecosystem. Anyone with an ETH address is welcome to propose. Once the proposing period is complete, NounsDAO members will vote on their very favorite proposals, and the proposal with the most amount of votes will get funded. It looks like
2.5
one person is getting 2.5 ETH. Very cool. All you're going to do is exactly what I just showed you. You're going to hit this purple button, connect your wallet, whatever that is. There's all different types. I have a MetaMask. Connect your wallet here, and then you can make your proposal. And just as a sample, let's see if I can recognize any of these builders.
How many props are in right now?
There's 8 right now, guys. There is a 4-day deadline on this. We tend to see it in Prop House, people kind of like maybe saving their ideas and kind of proposing in the last minute. I would encourage you guys to, like, the second you have your idea and get it sort of edited and worked out into a prop, like just get it up. Like give people a chance to see your idea. I'm just going through this right now. Of these 8 so far, we see Nounified, Urban Sketchers, D-Golf, and Nouns. Go Touch Grass Tour, very cool. Record the story of meeting the artist. Love that. Fen and Nouns, a very artist a very Nounish art collection. The real first project in the NFT space that is linked to the IRL and generates. It looks like they're trying to link cannabis artists in the Web3 to the real cannabis industry. Very cool. Nounish Discord party, a Discord party based game to boost a DAO communication. I love gamifying stuff. That's always great. Invite Nouns, a delegation protocol. Very cool. And building sustainable water solution with a Nounish water tank. Very cool. Again, what you're going to see in these open rounds is just all different types of ideas. I love when it's open like this. Like, really, if you kind of have been thinking about an idea that you think is Nounish for a while now, this could be really, really good for you. A prop.house, that very first house, Nouns. Go in there. The second you get in there at the very top, you're going to see open round 20.
It's pretty easy to remember. I don't know any other websites that end in .house.
I know, it's so cool.
Prop.house, really awesome.
Okay, so that is really freaking exciting, you guys. A lot of opportunities this week for you to introduce yourself into the Nouns ecosystem.
Nouns is popping off this week, Aubtoshi.
It's popping off this week. I see that Malcolm did a shout out to Joloff. We love Joloff.
Yep, I saw that.
Malcolm, I'm really excited to see what you're doing. I've been seeing you tagging OTG, and I know that you're on the ground in Kenya right now, I believe, and I can't wait to see the interviews that you do. I love seeing people out in the streets. That's like how I started kind of talking to people about Nouns. It's one of my pinned video on my YouTube channel of me kind of just doing fun interviews with people in the streets about Nouns while I'm wearing noggles. It's all really, really fun, and it is just such a great way to get people onboarded, not only just into Nouns, but into this ecosystem in general. We want to just like make this a safe, fun place for people to learn more. There's obviously from this space, like we spent 2 hours going over just like this last week of people who have submitted proposals to the DAO. Like there is so much information. There is a plethora, an abundance of information about Nouns out there, and an abundance of individuals who are building within it right now. And so I really suggest, continue to watch the stream, continue to watch other streams like Nounish. House of Nouns does an awesome prop talk on the Nouns Square YouTube, but that is another highlighted YouTube channel at the bottom of my YouTube channel page. You guys will see the Nouns Square. Again, these tons of info about there and tons of media actually introducing and sort of like openly talking about all these things that are happening in the Nounish ecosystem. So there's so many things to learn. Let me know. Chat, just reach out anytime. That's what we have my Twitter handle here on screen during the whole 2 hours because I really want you guys to actually try to connect with me there. I'm on it all the time. You'll see me always pushing and supporting communities that I believe in, artists I believe in, people I believe in, entrepreneurs that I am like inspired by, and it's just all around this like really fantastic
We believe
place.
in you, Aubtoshi.
Thank you.
We're inspired
Speaking
by
of
you.
believing in people, we're about to be around a bunch of new people. Let me just make sure my sound's good on this. Let's see.
What do you have? What you
These
got?
are the events coming up, you guys. We are going to be in at VCon in Indianapolis, Indiana next week to meet up with all of the awesome VCon fam. And then, like we said before, we will be in Cons Film Fest. Directly after that, VCon I'm so freaking excited about. I did participate in a community contest on their Twitter asking to say what Web3 means to you. And I just said Web3 is the hope for decentralized communities. My tweet did win that contest. And so I think I'm being sent an extra ticket. If you will be at VCon and don't quite have a ticket yet, let me know. Reach out, please. The person who I thought I was going to give the ticket to, I think already got their ticket and stuff too. So you'll find that it's a community of people trying to help each other. Incredible artists are going to be there. Gary Vee does an excellent job of collecting like really awesome big brain people from the industry and getting them all to kind of be in a place
I'm just
at
going to walk
once.
around with a box of Clem's Noggles, and if I see Gary, I'm just going to throw it at him.
Yes, well,
No, I won't do that. But
if you see
I
us
might
there,
walk around with a box of Clem's Noggles.
Well, I will 100% be having a tote bag with noggles on them the entire time. That's why we're going to teach more people about nouns and to tell people what Nounish means. So if you guys see us there, please say hi. We're pretty hard to miss. We will be in noggles the entire time, and we will have noggles for you. So starting at NFT NYC, we started getting like these awesome, almost like Nouns Vision, like knockoffs of noggles, and we have a bunch of those to give out and a bunch of paper noggles as well too. So please say hi if you see me there. If you see Cheffo there, we'll be all around. we're going to try to go not only just to the main event, but there's a ton of satellite events, which I wasn't really expecting. But like, of course I should have been expecting that. Like the NFT community is amazing and they're all about satellite events. And so we will be around at the main event, all around the main event. Like hit us up, let us know if you're going to be there. We would love to connect with other artists and community builders, and we will be wearing those.
I'm excited. I think there's going to be like a slightly different crowd than we've seen at other NFT events. I think that some of the messaging around DAOs and community and voting and governance and all that, like in entrepreneurship and funding and building, like I think that's going to really, really drive home hard at VCon. So I'm really excited about that. And, you know, getting the noggles just kind of on the floor, out there, on the ground.
On the ground.
Look how cool they look.
They look really cool. You're totally doxing the place, though, by the way. I can see everything in the reflection of those. Just be a little bit careful about that. Again, you know, we go live stream every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday here, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. PST. It's our pleasure to be able to come to you through a NounsDAO sponsorship. They are our main sponsor for the show, but we do highlight people, places, and things across like the whole broader industry. Again, we do have that unique perspective because we go to these events, get the chance to travel to them, and we do a live stream. And so naturally, random other new people in different communities come across us all the time. I have been hearing a lot of awesome feedback from people about the stream. Thank you guys so much for watching. It's super meaningful to me, and every time we get in front of this camera and put the mics on and put it on our headphones, like it gets a little bit more comfortable being here. I cannot believe we're already on episode 13.
Do you know what tomorrow is? Friday. That's it. It's just Friday.
Okay. Yes, so tomorrow's Friday. Get excited. I don't know what you guys are doing right now, but I know like you're probably sledging through your Thursday to get to tomorrow. It's okay. You're going to make it. Tomorrow is Friday. And then the day after that, you know what that is, Cheffo?
Saturday?
Yes, it's Saturday. Saturday's my favorite day to stream because I know like people are kind of home and doing their own thing and not so much at work and stuff too. It just feels a little bit more chill. There's like a different vibe to it too. But we love every single day we get to come here with you guys. It honestly feels weird on my my Sundays through Wednesdays, like not streaming. I'm always kind of like wanting to put like just do a random stream or something too. I love being here with you guys. We love providing you guys with cool information about what's happening in this industry. And we love just like sharing this time with you. So again, thank you so much, Cheffo. Thank you for always contributing. I love you here on the pod. I'm just going to go back to this main screen right now to close us out. Thank you, Cheffo.
Bye.
Again, thank you guys for participating with us in the stream. I remind you guys all the time too, but you know that when you type in a chat and comment on YouTube, even Twitter or LinkedIn, you guys could comment on the LinkedIn post. I will see it here in chat, and I expect to be able to get to just actually interact with you guys live, just like how Malcolm's World was doing with us today. Again, Malcolm, hi to you on the opposite side of the world. You're doing incredible stuff, and it is awesome to reconnect with you here on these streams. We will be back tomorrow, 10 a.m. to 12 p.m. PST. We'll be lively and ready to talk about all people, places, and things in the industry with a more focus on places tomorrow. I think we covered a lot of incredible people in the Nounish community today. It's all those people who are going out there and putting props on chain right now. If you want to read more about those props and see everything that we covered today, all you got to do is go to nouns.wtf/vote. You will see all of those props there in the order that we talked about them. If you're a Nouns holder, I encourage you to go out there, learn more about these props so you can get your vote in. And be sure to read the props that say specifically to put like a design choice reason in them, just like how we saw with the wet wipes, in your reason for voting for the props. So don't forget to like read the fine details. Introduce yourself to the builders and the proposers of these things. And I really think that like we have an awesome batch of props that just came through for Nouns. Who is that? Jacob Knott, GM. You came right at the right time. We're about to leave. This is our last minute where we say bye and do our wrap-ups. But I hope to see you tomorrow during the stream. I'll be back here 10 a.m. on all platforms. YouTube is my favorite experience. And then over here, this little phone that you guys see is the TikTok live. I do see people in there have been hanging out, just watching the left side of my face this entire time. I encourage you guys to come back tomorrow. Click the actual link for the stream so you can see me. That's why all my focus is my attention and focus is here towards the camera and towards you guys. It was awesome seeing you guys. Let me see what you. But my drum personality. Y'all are so funny. This is why I love the chat. Like, please chat with me more, guys. I will interact with you guys live. I'm so excited to be back tomorrow. This has been just another great episode. Every episode's a great episode with you guys. I really mean it. Thank you guys for taking the time to hang out with us today. And we will be back tomorrow morning. Have a really good rest of your day, guys. I'll see